Welcome to Diva's Two Cents. My name is Diva Mejias, and Diva's Two Cents, where we take complicated matters and we break them down for the everyday masses, for all the people in the world, okay? So here I air every Friday at 4 p.m. If you like our content and you want to share it, please like it, share it, subscribe to the YouTube channel. There are other people that need to hear this information. Today, I have a special guest. As you know, numbers tell stories. As you know, I'm the tax lady sometimes. And I have with me today someone who has actually organized IRS tax forums for the IRS. So her name is Rita Castillo, and she is the founder of the hold on a minute. She is the founder of the TaxPro365 Expo. Welcome, Rita. How are you?
Hi, thank you, Diva. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I am so happy that you decided to join us today. As you know, I am also I have different identities. And one of my identity, Rita, is as a certified tax advisor. Main Street Certified Tax Advisor under the Mark Kohler Group. And when I heard that you founded the TaxPro365 Expo, I was excited because I'm actually a speaker at his events sometimes, and I'm going to be speaking at one of his events coming up soon in June. So talk to me, tell me, how did you get involved how did you even create the TaxPro365 Expo?
I created the TaxPro365 Expo because I wanted an event for tax professionals from the continental USA to take place in Puerto Rico. As you described me, for many years, I worked for the IRS Tax Forums. And it was never possible to bring the tax forums to Puerto Rico for different reasons. And then I said to myself, I'm Caribbean myself, and I said, okay, this is my time now that I stopped working for the IRS tax forums to go to Puerto Rico and to bring the event to a fun island where everybody can have a great time at the same time learning about taxes.
Well, that's wonderful because, you know, I was born and raised in New York, but my parents are from Puerto Rico, from a small, someplace out in the rainforest called San Sebastián, Puerto Rico. They call it El Pepino, right? Where just rainforest and a lot of coffee grows there. A lot of coffee. So that's why
delicious coffee, I may say.
Yes, out there. So that's what my family's industry was in. So when you say you work and you wanted to bring the tax forum there, meaning what do you find is a big challenge in bringing such an event to such a small island? What are some of your challenges?
The main challenges are the travel allowances for the speakers, especially from government officials. It's not always in the budget to go far away. So in that particular event, and I have organized events for the government for close to 30 years now, if they don't have speakers in the area, it will be very hard to bring it, to take a meeting to another city. I remember one time I was taking a meeting to St. Croix, part of the U.S. Virgin Island, and it was a challenge. But luckily, we have an IRS office in Puerto Rico, so I was able to contact some of those IRS speakers, and I'm very happy and proud to say that we have 5 IRS speakers coming to the TaxPro365 Expo in Puerto Rico.
Wow, 5 IRS experts. Okay, so are they from Puerto Rico? Because we are a territory of the U.S., so we are U.S. citizens, but our tax system is different. So did you find that was a challenge, getting an IRS person to represent in Puerto Rico that would be able to represent both the Puerto Rican tax return and the U.S. tax return?
For this particular expo, we are concentrating in the federal taxes. There is one session that is going to be talking about the taxes in Puerto Rico per se, but the majority of the sessions will be talking about the federal taxes, which we have the EROs in Puerto Rico that they need that information too.
Okay, so it's mainly for, okay, so who are you, who is your target audience? So people that are watching, okay, small business owners should be taking a look. Who's
Definitely
your target audience?
the target audience are tax preparers that need to come and learn about how to grow their businesses year round. If you're a tax preparer and you're interested in either grow your business by doing taxes all year round or by adding a new line of business, a new service to serve either your existing clientele or to acquire new customers, then this is the conference for you. We will be talking about how to grow your business, how to grow their business year round. Topics from marketing, branding, even a confident for people to grow their brand, and topics from directly from the IRS. If you want to become a bookkeeper, if you want to become an enroll agent, if you want to add selling software. So those are the topics that we will be discussing and addressing at the TaxPro365 Expo.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. So the vendors that are going to be there, is this going to be in Spanish or in English? How are you going to market? How are we going to, go there? Who are we going to see?
Well, we are so excited to say that 99% of our speakers are bilingual. So we are going to do the entire event bilingual. So the speakers are going to present in English, and then they're going to present in Spanish. However, I must say that the majority of the people attending the TaxPro365 Expo speak English. So it could be that some people want to listen to the whole presentation in English and ask questions in Spanish, or they just go to the Spanish room and listen in Spanish. It's bilingual, completely bilingual event.
Oh my goodness. So listen up, everybody. If you want to hear all these topics in different languages, Spanish and English. Now, personally, I think in Spanish and then I translate in English. So to me, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. But for those of you that maybe only know English, don't feel intimidated that this conference is in Puerto Rico. Take advantage that it's in an island where you can relax and enjoy the beautiful scenery, and at the same time get your seat. Now, is it CEs that they can get with the TaxPro 365? Can they get continuing education credits?
Yes, we are adding the continuing education credits. That's a big announcement that I'm doing in your show, because originally it was going to be just a business development conference. And I have half and half of the people that want business development, and some people don't want the CE credit. Some people want the CE credit. So I was torn. I will make the announcement officially tomorrow. So I let you know about who's going to be providing the CE credits. And we are so excited about that addition to the show. It's not what we originally thought about, but by popular demand, this is what we are doing.
Oh, that's wonderful, because as a tax professional, we always need our CEs, especially, and that's what differentiates a lot of the tax professionals from the mom and pop, just the person that decides they just want to do taxes and they don't get that continuing education constantly. And you have to, because tax laws change every year, different rules, different, regulations. So you need to stay on top of it. So if you're a tax professional out there that really needs to understand what's the new nuances of the tax law coming up, come to Puerto Rico. What other things do you find? What has been a challenge, or what do you feel is going to happen in the next 2 or 3 years with this conference of yours? Tell me, what is your foresight?
My foresight is amazing. I'm very positive. Before I go there, let me just say in the continuing education credits that many of the tax professionals that are coming, they don't really need the credits, because as you know, if you are not an enroll agent or part of the annual filing season program, you don't need the credits. But some are choosing to have the credits, and we are providing them for those credits for them. In the upcoming years, this show is just growing. It has received a tremendous, amazing excitement. Welcome. The buzz is going. Everybody is talking about the show. People like and love Puerto Rico, and I'm telling you, I'm one of them. I love Puerto Rico. The weather is perfect, and the perfect combination of great speakers, amazing networking, to have the CE credits now, and just go with friends, which is what everybody's doing.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. So where do you see the industry as a whole moving towards? Do you see more tax professionals entering? Because, accounting is going through a whole different realm of change. You're seeing more advisors, such as myself, more so on that side, on the advisory side versus the preparation side. So where do you see that moving or changing to?
I hope that the industry as a whole is moving to a tax preparation business where the tax prepare is always moving forward, adding new services to their offering so they can be preparing for changes. They can be prepared for AI. They can be ready for whatever the future brings because they already thought about it. And it's just a great way for them to keep up to date, like we all have to do.
Absolutely wonderful, wonderful. What kind of advice do you give? Would you give someone when that's still skeptical and not sure? And what would you say to that person?
Skeptical, not sure about coming to Puerto Rico. Oh my God, there are
Yeah.
so many different
People
things.
that are afraid.
I'm sorry.
You have some people that are afraid to leave the United States and not realizing that Puerto Rico is part of the United States.
Yeah, and that was one of the reasons we selected and we choose Puerto Rico. There is no passport, no visa. Say your cell phone is going to work. You're going to use your US dollars. Most importantly, you are going to be networking with tax professionals just like you. You are going to be listening and hearing directly from the IRS. You are going to be learning new ways to grow your business. In addition to all of that, like that wasn't enough, Puerto Rico is amazing. We have scheduled networking events in fun places. From the pool and beach party that we have scheduled for Thursday afternoon to the meetups that are taking place at El Yunque hiking, but it's not just a hiking, it's a hiking meetup for networking. So we have planned activities for people to do as they hike, a mixology class that is taking place in Casa Bacardi. Hello. And then in addition to that, we have a tour in El Viejo San Juan. All of these tours and golfing, if you are a golfer, all of these are not just tours. They are networking meetup where we'll have activities. And these activities are planned so you get to know each other in order to create deep relationships. So come to Puerto Rico, participate in the speed networking, learn directly from the IRS, and then enjoy part of your country, the USA, because Puerto Rico is part of the USA.
So, I listened to you, and the only thing I really, really focused on when you said Bacardi, because a lot of people don't realize Bacardi is
No,
there.
that's the most popular part.
But the hiking, so you get some fitness, right? You get to do some fitness. El San Juan. I mean, so where exactly will the Tax Pro 365 take place? Where?
The TaxPro365 Expo is going to take place at the Wyndham Grand Rio Mar. It's an amazing resort. And we have negotiated, that's where I invested a lot of my time. It's almost, I will say 45% off. And there is no resort fee for our guests. So you can come, you can enjoy a luxury hotel for the price of not such a luxury. No worry about the extra fee for resorts. And let me just say that the whole trip, the entire trip, if you think about the fees for the registration, which are between 147 and 397, that's like, oh my God, un robo. It's so inexpensive to get there, especially for everything you're going to get. You're going to be talking to the industry leaders. You're going to be talking to the IRS. You are going to be in Puerto Rico. You're going to spend $216 for staying in a 5-star resort. It doesn't get any better than this.
Oh my goodness, that's wonderful. That is wonderful. Now, no passport, and the $397, is that the VIP price?
That's the VIP price. If and that includes 2 experiences for the networking events. Is either golfing or hiking in El Yunque or El Viejo San Juan or power breakfast or the mixology class. So you pick 2. The mixology class is almost sold out. So that's, I cannot help that much. Maybe if you register the next hour or so, maybe you get in. But if not.
Okay. That's wonderful, Rita. I can't thank you enough. Just to know that this is happening, at least in my homeland, I can't thank you enough. And then the prices, my goodness, this is a steal. You can't get this type of education, experience, and at the same time mix a little bit of fun. Because I know they say accountants are boring, but we're not really boring. We just like to explore, a little more serious. So. But that is wonderful, and to stay at the Wyndham, it's a very good place to stay. So, gee, I can't thank you enough.
I hope you can come, Diva. You just need to register, bring a group. What people are doing is they're bringing their friends, their co-workers, even their family. Some people are just coming with their husband or their family to take a well-deserved break after tax season to get some education, to get some networking, and to have some fun.
So how do they register? They go to TaxPro365 Expo.com, or
they need to go to the TaxPro365 Expo.com, and they can register right there. The TaxPro365 Expo.com.
Okay,
select
it's right there. The TaxPro365 Expo.com. I'll fix that. I'll put the little .com there in case you get the replay of this. You get the correct URL. Rita, I owe you. I thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I hope I can see you in Puerto Rico. And everybody, thank you very much, Diva's 2 cents. I love it.
And that, my friend, is Diva's 2 cents. Thank you. Okay, here we go.